This weekend is a big one because it's Father's Day weekend, and Erin always brings amazing recipes, but Joe, this one's really, really cool.
Not only did she bring an amazing recipe, but if our camera guy Mick can get a shot of this quick, she brought out this plaque that's about me. This poster's about me here.
I knew you would love that.
Yeah.
I did bring it just for you.
Thanks for that. I appreciate that. Lots of fun always in the kitchen with Erin and Farm Fresh Meats. Good to see you.
You too, Joe.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you. You as well, sir.
Oh, thank
we share
you.
the same month.
We do share the same month, and also it's the month of Father's Day, and that's what our focus is today. Tell us about your concept here.
Yes. So I always try to think outside the box a little bit, okay? And our daddies deserve some love and some fun, unique meat items, because what dad doesn't love meat? So today I brought what I call meat pops for your pops.
I love it. What a great concept, and these look so cute out there.
Thank you. I have a couple of different things to offer, but the first thing that I'm going to show you here, these are just fresh drumsticks that we have at Farm Fresh. And what I've done is I have just cut it right here at the base of the bone, actually took some kitchen shears and snipped it all the way off, and then pulled the skin and what little bit of meat is on the bone, and then just kind of pushed it down to look like a little drumstick lollipop.
I love the way you did it. It's almost kind of like carving up lamb chops before you eat them.
Right.
A similar way, but the presentation is fantastic.
Presentation is everything. And you know, chicken itself can be a little bit bland. So what I did before we do the breading is I made just a very quick brine, and I brined this overnight. So that way the salt, sugar, thyme, peppercorn, whatever you decide to throw in your brine, because the options are endless, those flavors kind of infuse in the meat and already give you a very juicy, flavorful piece of meat before it even goes into the fryer.
See, and that's the difference between you and your expertise as opposed to a lot of other people, is taking that extra step to do that the day before is going to add so much flavor to your meat pops.
It really, really does make a big difference. And now what I'm doing here, Joe, is I have gone ahead and mixed up some flour, some buttermilk, and cornstarch in this bowl. And we are going to dip the chicken pops in that, and then we're going to shake a little bit of the excess off, and we're going to go into our panko mixture over here. So panko, I love to use panko breadcrumbs. They just provide such a wonderful crisp crunch to whatever it is that you're frying. And I've also put some seasoning, some garlic powder, some onion powder, some Greek seasoning, paprika, salt and pepper. And then we're just going to coat these chicken pops, being quite careful to not really get any goo or breading on the bone itself, because you don't want that part to bread up.
I love your seasoning mix that you made. I was just thinking if you wanted to add a little heat to it, you could throw some cayenne in there too.
Absolutely, you could. And you know, whenever we get done frying these, we're going to be drizzling it with what my favorite chicken sauce is. Or if you didn't want to put the cayenne in your breading, you could always just toss it in like a Nashville hot sauce or whatever Dad wants.
Okay,
You
now we're
know?
talking here in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Hey, so if folks want to check out Farm Fresh Meats, perhaps they want some of these meat pops or anything else for Dad coming up this Father's Day, tell us a little bit about Farm Fresh Meats.
Okay, so Farm Fresh Meats, we are located in Robertsdale. We are right on the corner of State Highway 104 and Highway 59 South as you are heading towards the beach on the right-hand side of the road. We've been there for 46 years, and we always like to evolve and create new fun things. So we have lots and lots of stuff that Dad may love if he may not be a chicken lover or a pig wing lover, which I'm going to pull out here in just a little bit. We have lots of great sausages, briskets, ribs, Boston butts, you name it, we've got it.
Tomahawk ribeye, regular
yeah.
ribeye. If you want a big cut of steak, they can hand carve that for you there. So many different options. Go there, explore, have some fun, check it out, and keep it in mind all throughout the summer, especially with things like July 4th coming up too.
Yeah, July 4th is a humongous holiday, and we like to do what we can to make your life a little bit simpler. So we're going to have lots of prepared meats this weekend too. Pig wings will be one of the things that we have ready on Friday or Saturday. Like I was saying, we do ribs, chickens, chicken wings, Boston butts. If you have something in mind in particular that you want us to cook that we don't normally cook for Pop, then we most certainly will. Just give us a call, 251-947-7385. You can check us out on Facebook, go to our website, see what all we have to offer.
Sounds great. All right, can't wait to see how these meat pops turn out. We'll continue this in our next segment right here on Studio 10. Erin, thanks a lot.
Thanks, Joe.
Happy Tuesday. Erin with Farm Fresh Meats is live with us this morning. I'm so happy to have her because we see her and we have her once a month, but you always bring these really, really unique recipes that are always delicious.
Thank you so much. You know, I think it makes a big difference whenever you try to think outside the box, you know, and you do different stuff that you can't just go to the regular grocery store and get, or that you just don't see every day. You know, naturally, me as a customer, that's going to draw me into somebody's business if they're doing stuff that's fun, unique, and different, and they're always trying to change things up. So thanks for saying that.
So she always does just that. So for folks who are just now tuning in, okay, it's Father's Day weekend. A lot of folks grilling, doing stuff outside, but you're kind of doing your own take on chicken drumsticks, wings, things like that.
Yeah, well, you know, it's hot outside. I mean, this has been like an unprecedented summer so far. Grilling is, you know, something that is naturally what people want to do for Father's Day weekend, 4th of July, and things like that. But if you're wanting to stay inside, these little chicken drumstick pops are just the thing for you, because you get to stay in the AC, but you get all the flavor from juicy chicken and that crunchy crust.
Oh, that's exactly what you want when you bite into a drumstick too. We were just talking about earlier, of course, if you're watching, you're just now tuning in thinking, how did she do that? You actually have a video posted online to show folks how to make it into this pop.
Yes, that is something that I did not mention in the first segment, but I think that it is important to have a visual whenever you are trimming up these drumsticks, just so you do it properly. There is a small little bone that you have to remove as well. You want to make sure that that bone does come out so you don't crunch into that. And you want the presentation to be perfect. So educating yourself and watching a video, I do think, is important. But we have finished our first batch of chicken drumsticks here, and I did want to make sure that you know that chicken has to be cooked to an internal of 165, okay? So the chicken has been brought up to 165. We're going to let it sit here and rest for a few minutes while I get the second batch going, and then in just a little bit I'll be pulling out the other meat pop for you guys to see.
And you definitely want to see that one as well. They're located right there in Baldwin County. You can't miss them. As we know, Father's Day this weekend, 4th of July is going to be here before we know it. So a lot of folks are wanting to be outside with good food, and you guys can help provide that.
Oh, absolutely. You know, Farm Fresh Meats, fortunately for me, I have been blessed to now be the 3rd generation in this business. So I come from a family of educators, people who have shown me the ropes and showed me exactly how to move forward with the business. So I feel extremely blessed to have my brother there, my husband, my brother-in-law, and everybody else that works there is like my family, even though they're not my blood. But yeah, we have so many different things to offer for the holidays, not just for the holidays, all the time. We make about 30 different types of sausage in-house. We make our own beautiful slab bacon that we cure and smoke in-house and slice however thick you want. We have fresh USDA choice or prime grade beef. We get whole pigs from a place called Beau Farms right over the state line in Moselle, Mississippi. Fresh pasture-raised poultry. Everything is just top-notch quality, not to mention we love to talk and educate you. So whenever you come in, if you don't know what you want or you're confused about, you know, what is a ribeye versus a sirloin, that's what we're there for, to help you.
They really love their job. We say it all the time here on Studio 10. We have so many people on here who are passionate about what they do, and Farm Fresh Meats is just one of those businesses that you've got to check out, because it really shows and comes out in the product as well. And so they're there to help you. If you have any questions, of course, go ahead and give them a call if you want to secure your meats for the weekend ahead. And we're going to tell you how to do that coming up on Studio 10. So in the last segment, Joe gets to try one of these things, and we're talking sauce too.
Yes, so I have a delicious sauce that we are going to drizzle all over these beautiful chicken pops, and then I will be pulling out pork pops too, or AKA pig wings. That's what we call them at Farm Fresh.
Can't wait to see it. Make sure you visit Farm Fresh on Facebook, their website as well.
We are back in the kitchen with Erin from Farm Fresh Meats. I am so excited, as I always am, about what you're making. Tell the folks at home, if they're just joining us, what you've been working on.
I have been working on frying some chicken pops for you, Pops, for Father's Day. So we have finished up the chicken pops, which all it is it's just a fresh chicken drumstick that I have Frenched, or I have trimmed all of the skin and the fat off of the bone, exposing it so it looks like a chicken lollipop. And then next to that are these famous things that we do at Farm Fresh Meats called pig wings, or pig pops. So those come from the shank portion of the leg, and they're already trimmed up. You can buy these in the fully cooked stage. You can take them home. I prefer putting them on the char grill. These I did in my smoker this morning, but the char grill gives you that good like crust, that kind of saucy, sticky sear that you want on the outside.
Sure. So what is the marinade, or what are we looking at here?
So what I did is I just smoked them dry.
Okay.
I put them in a smoker, 265 degrees for about an hour to an hour and a half, or just until that meat kind of tightens up a little bit more where you see more of the bone exposed. Then what we do at Farm Fresh is we dip it in our favorite barbecue sauce, which is called So Good barbecue sauce. It's actually out of Jonesboro, Georgia, but I'm telling you, the name says it all. It is so good. It's got the sweet, it's got the heat, the sticky, everything that you want. And so to go even further, which I didn't bring today, dipping this in like a homemade buttermilk ranch too is next level good.
So you have the So Good sauce on, you smoke it, So Good sauce, and then dip it in the ranch. All good things. It's making me smile just thinking about it. Now, you were going to drizzle something on our meat pops, our chicken pops. Tell us about that.
Yeah, this is, you know, I think any chicken, now we did brine this, so it's already going to be very juicy and have a lot of flavor in the meat. The crust has been seasoned itself, but everything needs a sauce. So I just have my favorite chicken sauce here that I am drizzling over the top. But like we were talking about earlier, you could do like a Nashville hot sauce. You could do a barbecue sauce on this. I mean, the options are truly endless. Chicken is a meat that accepts most flavors very, very well.
Yeah, and not only are you adding to the presentation, but you're adding to the flavor profile with what you've just done too. So that's fantastic. You also mentioned not only can you fry them, you can bake your chicken pops if you want to.
Absolutely. I mean, the options are endless for both the pig pops and the chicken pops. Fry, you can bake them, you can put them on the grill, you can smoke them, whatever you can dream up, honestly, you can do it with either of these. You just want to make sure that with the chicken, you do cook it to an internal of 165 degrees, that is fully cooked. And you and I were talking about earlier too, is that we could also do these things called Thor's hammer, which is a beef shank trimmed to look like a chicken pop and a pig pop, but it's huge because it's with the shank of the cow. It's literally the size of Thor's hammer.
Such a fun take on it. Y'all, this is delicious. Dad is going to be happy to pick these up to help with your process for Father's Day. Come check them out, Farm Fresh Meats in Robertsdale. You won't be disappointed. Erin, this is delicious.
I'm glad you love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Absolutely.
so much. All right, I got to eat now.